future for mosquitoes is unlimited, I believe. I mean, the growth is amazing. I don't really get concerned with the competition because there's enough to go around. It really is.
Sure.
But being in the industry, we are the lowest price as far as installations and refills.
Welcome to Opportunity Knocks. I'm your host, Todd Patton, and today I've got the bug man with me, Mr. Mosquito. I have Guy here, and Mr. Mosquito Mister, what a business. I mean, I know firsthand, Guy, because I hired you. It's been what, 3 years?
No, it's been six
6 years.
Yeah.
6 years ago, I hired Guy. He came out. This guy knows his stuff, but he was great. You were great. And I remember you saying, hey, you got to lay out here. We got to put this here. And it was simple. And we're going to get a little tour, a little walkthrough after this podcast. We'll let you guys see it. But the setup you have done for me has been incredible. The parties we have, and my neighbors are like, man, the mosquitoes are awful. I'm like, not in my backyard. Right. I got Guy hooking me up. But first of all, it's great to have you here, and I'm glad you're part of One Home now. After having you, work with you in the past, and I know what kind of work you do, the quality you do. Tell me a little bit about the business. I mean, you got started how long ago? I started
really about 19 years ago, but we incorporated 18 years ago. And I started really down. I was doing lighting at the time, outside landscape lighting.
In South Florida.
In South Florida, yeah, and all low voltage. And one of my customers owns a huge jewelry chain, and he has 2 houses down in Golden Beach. So we were putting lighting in there. And he had a system that was really treating no-see-ums. And it's a little bit different mosquitoes, but it's more cycles per day. And we saw it coming on. So my guys didn't know any better, cleaned their hands in it and all that stuff. And, so the owner comes out and he says, hey, you really should get in this. And I said, why is that? He said, you already have a customer base.
Yep.
My attorney is no longer an attorney, practicing. This is what she's doing. And that's how I got introduced to it.
No way.
Yeah.
Your attorney went from being an attorney to being
their attorney. Yeah. The jeweler's attorney.
Jeez.
And the company just recently sold about 1.5 years ago, but she had it for, I would say 16 years. And so I was skeptical at first. And, being in the horse business, I knew a lot of horse people, and I went out and bought 2 machines. I tested them, one of them here in Parkland, and the guy that had very bad mosquitoes, a good friend of mine, and another one that had a big barn for flies. And it worked great. And, that's going on 18 years now, so we haven't looked back.
So the company, did you go right to the manufacturer?
Yeah.
Because you're not a franchise. This is yours.
No, I buy from a distributor. Yeah. They were kind of like franchise back in those days, but they don't now. They just, yeah. There is a couple of franchises out there, but,
Mr. Mosquito?
No, Mr. Mosquito's not a franchise.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, growth, obviously you've seen a lot, right?
Oh, yeah. Parkland and South Florida, amazing.
And that's really all. Do you even go out east?
No, we go as far as Kendall, and I go, believe it or not, I go all the way to Stewart, and I go as far out as Zopho Springs, which is really about 20 miles northwest of Lake Placid, Florida. We have probably about 75 cows just in Lake Placid.
I would think that would be the height of mosquito.
Yeah,
like that area. That's dry.
I can show you pictures where people can't see their houses from what they call a blind mosquito and a mayfly there. Nothing like here. And I mean, pictures of billions of them. And people will call me up and say, the system's working too good, because it looks like, if you were out taking a snow shovel, picking up billions of them and putting them in trash bags. And it happens probably 4 to 5 months a year in Lake Placid. And that's been anybody's been in Lake Placid, the experience will tell you how bad it is there. Yeah. So.
And then what about east? Because
east, we do a lot out.
Like Lighthouse Point.
Lighthouse Point, Rio Vista, all throughout Las Olas.
Oh, out east, you do?
Yeah, Rio Vista, Las Olas, all throughout Fort Lauderdale, all the way up the coast. Like I said, South Beach, even we have a couple hotels down there. Yeah.
Hotels? Oh, yeah. You'll do the back of the hotel?
Yeah, do the hotels, yeah. It's kind of, that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, because parking is a nightmare.
Oh, it's a disaster.
And there's only certain times of the day that you can come there, They want you in and out by 10 a.m. at the latest. So, yeah.
Do you have, not to go too deep on your business model, but do you have like people that resell? You mentioned the referral guy. That's a great story. Yeah. Somebody referred you.
Anybody that refers us, we give you 2 free refills. None of my competitors will do that, but I do.
That's awesome.
That's how I built my business. I really have.
On the referral side.
On the referral thing, yes. Like, case in point, watercress.
Yeah. And do you have any like pest control, normal pest control guys? I think that would be a great.
I have one pest control guy that recommends me, and then
Yeah.
I recommend him. He's been in business here in Coral Springs for 35 years in Parkland.
What's his name? Recommend him later.
Partners.
Yeah.
Partners Pest Control.
That would be a good.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd love to have him come. I need a pest control company.
Yeah, Craig's a good guy.
So what's the future? I mean, you talked a little bit about your hobbies. You're a horse guy.
Yeah. The future for mosquitoes is unlimited, I believe. I mean, the growth is amazing. I don't really get concerned with the competition because there's enough to go around. It really is.
Sure.
But being in the industry, we are the lowest price as far as installations and refills. So.
And then pricing wise, people always have that question of what does it cost? What does it is? It's hard to say, obviously, because you don't know the size of the.
I price it out by the nozzle. To give you an idea, and I'm not afraid of this.
Yeah.
My competitors will never do it, openly. You're looking at the average house between 2,400 to install, say, 30 nozzles, up to, say, 3,500. You get up to like 50 nozzles, 60
That's
nozzles.
with the system and everything.
That's the system installation, everything. First fill, whole 9 yards, yeah.
And then monthly or not monthly, it's every, you said like 45 days.
Yeah, it's a refill every, most people 47 to 65 days. Yeah.
And you have a crew that goes out.
Oh, yeah.
That's that. Like he came to my house today.
Yeah, if people always ask me how much it really costs. They want to break it down by a month. Everybody's monthly.
Yeah.
So if I had to break it down by the month to keep your system every year, you're really looking around $90 to $95.
I was gonna say 120.
Yeah.
So under $100 a month.
Right. But you do yourself a favor though if you do a referral. You get 2 free fills, so that's like over $440 value to yourself. That knocks off your bill for the year. And most people take advantage of that. I mean, even people that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars take advantage of it, down to your average, person like me and you.
If it's free, it's me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. So talk about some of those big houses. You've done a few of them.
Yeah.
Is there any house, like what was the biggest house you've done?
Biggest house I've ever done is 9 tanks. And actually one of them is 125 gallon tanks. So really you could say 10 tanks. And close to 700 nozzles.
How many?
700 nozzles spread over 5.5 to 6 acres, I believe it is. Yeah. But then I have another customer. I can't tell you his name. I will off camera, but I have 6 of his houses. He actually owns 6 houses in South Florida. So and they're all 5, 6, 7, 10,000. And the one he has in
so he rents them out and he's still.
No, they're family members. Yeah, and one's a production house where he shoots all his commercials.
Oh no way!
Yeah, you'll know who it is when I tell you in a minute. But yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. And then where do people find you? It's
Instagram. And really, I mean,
your social media mostly.
Yeah. 90% of it is really, word of mouth.
Yeah.
We got a great reputation. A lot of these communities have us down as Mar-a-Lago, Watercrest, either number 1 or number 2 contractor in there. So,
and I can tell you firsthand, I'm a client and I'm happy. Yeah. And you've been, like you said, 6 years, 7 years.
I've learned, I worked for UPS years ago, the driver and the manager. And service is everything.
Yeah.
So, our turnaround is usually 24 hours. So if you call me on Monday, I'll get somebody out there on Tuesday. If you're 100 miles away, it may take 2 days, but that's it. But other than that, I believe in that. And you'll get a hold of me till 10 o'clock at night every night, whether, it's either on texting. I'll always return your call. So you're not dealing with a call center. Like some of my competitors got a call center, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have your cell phone.
Yeah. I have my cell phone, and I know 95% of the time I'm answering the phone.
That's cool.
My girl in the office, I just don't, because a lot of times they're just not knowledgeable.
Yeah. And there's questions,
then they got to call me.
Yeah.
They just turn around.
Just give it to me. Yeah. Well, Guy, it's been great, man. I'm excited for you. I'm glad you're back healthy now.
Yeah.
Get back in here, and looking forward to One Home and helping you get the word out about Mr. Mosquito, because this is the real deal.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Thanks,
man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Okay.
All right, so Guy's going to show us what he did to my house with the, this thing's been magical, man.
Made by a company called Mister. And as you can see, it's got all the readings on it and tells you all the stuff like that.
Yep.
then a fence line. So you can see here's the nozzle here. And our line is, hidden back underneath. This isn't our line here. That's your line. For
Yeah,
the
that's
lights.
mine.
But our line is really, if I pull it out a little, you can see there.
Got it.
But we hide it under the fence. So you don't see it.
Yep.
Or the back side of the fence.
And you have them, what, every 20 feet?
No, about every 10 to 12 feet is the best way to do it. And then, the riser nozzle, we just left it white. Because you can see that your stone's white.
Yep.
And then you want to go around the barriers, really around the whole property. So.